When a Sigma male gets hurt, he doesn't break. You can't reach him. When their hearts hurt, most males break up. They weep. They beg. They are clutching on to something that is already getting away from them. But a guy from Sigma? He stays with her. He goes. Not just physically, but also psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually. And what goes on in that quiet? That's when the real change starts. This isn't simply another sad story. This is what happens when the rarest type of man, the independent, self-sufficient, emotionally disciplined Sigma, finds out he gave his heart to the wrong person. It's not about getting back at someone. It doesn't even help. It's a change. And if you're ready to walk through that quiet fire, stay watching. This is the point at which he stops chasing and starts to change. 1. He doesn't try to terminate things. He is the end. Most people think that the Sigma will call and ask why, send a long, emotional text, or beg for another chance after a breakup. They are waiting for the call. But it never does. The Sigma guy doesn't need to know the answers since he already does. He observed that the breaks were beginning to happen. He could sense that her tone and excitement had changed. He was aware. He just didn't want to believe it. But now that he knows, he doesn't go in circles. He makes things. He goes to the gym in the morning instead of crying into pillows. He's writing a fresh chapter while others look back on past ones. Going to therapy or getting drunk at night doesn't seem to be helping him get better. It looks like a sharper jawline, a stronger mind, a new business, and a code that is harder to break. His heart was broken, yet he kept going. It affected the path he was on. He doesn't chase after her anymore because he's too busy chasing after a version of himself that even she can't handle. 2. He remembers everything but doesn't say anything. People think Sigma doesn't care since they're quiet. They think he doesn't care. But he recalls it all. The way he rolled his eyes when he told her about his plans. When her phone buzzed and she turned it over too quickly. It was strange how quiet they were in the car. He saw it all. Every contradiction. He noticed every variation in energy. But he didn't say anything. The Sigma male doesn't get involved in chaos. He just watches. He waits, hoping he's wrong. What will happen if he finds out he's right? He doesn't get angry. He leaves. And he has a recollection that is so clear that it informs him who not to trust again. She gets away. She disappears from his life. No angry texts. No pointing fingers. A silence that is louder than anything else. 3. He changes sadness into force that can't be understood. When a regular person is in agony, he could get angry, look for ways to forget about it, or lose control. Not the Sigma. He utilizes heartbreak to make something that will remain forever, just like a blacksmith uses fire. You will see it. It's harder to get in touch with him anymore. Not simply in terms of energy. It's a trip of the spirit. It makes you feel emotionally connected. She turned on him at level 5. He's now working at level 10. She looks back and wishes for the same thing. A kind man who noticed the beauty in her shortcomings. But he's not here anymore. Not living. In the ground. In his place, there is a colder, sharper, and more true version of him. He doesn't just want to keep away from her, he's done with her. And even if she sends him a million "I miss you" texts, she will never be able to talk to him again. He now has new rules to follow at work. He has to follow new rules. The new rules he has to follow are like steel fences. For he forgives without saying anything, but he never forgets. A Sigma male doesn't hold on to nasty feelings. He doesn't write posts that are hard to read. He doesn't tell his pals what happened. He just lets it go. But it's not for her. It's for him. He won't have any baggage with him when he moves on to the next chapter of his life. So, he lets her off the hook when he works out at night, when he drives for a long period, and when he takes breaks between sets at the gym. But forget? Not ever. Because he now has her betrayal inside of him. His new program includes every word, every falsehood, and every lack of warmth. What will happen to the next woman? She won't get the same man. She'll get the best one. The person who talks less than he watches. The person who wants more and trusts less. You know, betrayal hurts more than just a Sigma. It brings him back to life. 5. He handles the pain without saying anything. He won't weep. You will watch him raise more weight. He won't say anything. People will talk about him in meetings. Some people fall apart when they're depressed, but the Sigma uses it like fuel. You'll see him working out harder than ever at morning. He seems heavier, his jaw is sharper, and his eyes are crisper. She could be staring at her phone and hope he misses her. But she is wrong about how she sees things. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know the truth. He only thinks about her when he breaks another record or finishes his last set. He doesn't care about her. She gives him strength. She gave him the last scar before he was born again. And now, no one can reach him. Not angry. Not broken. Just not reachable. 6. He stops talking and stays quiet. This is when it gets extremely cold. The Sigma doesn't send messages that are too long. He doesn't want to talk to you again. He doesn't say why. He disappears. He doesn't mean to harm her, he just doesn't know what else to say. His stillness doesn't indicate he's weak. It's about self-control. She'll try to figure it out. While she waits for closure, she will read old messages and look at old images again. But she won't be able to find it. There are no hints left behind by the Sigma man. He takes things out. He leaves behind empty areas where love used to grow. Finally, she gets it. The last chat has already happened, and the door is locked without a sound. That's when it hits. The connection did not terminate because of the loss that happened in real life. It was losing a man who won't come back. 7. He becomes the man you were afraid he'd be. The Sigma waited till it broke their hearts. He made himself less sharp. He made room for love. He made an effort. But what about betrayal after that? He becomes something that works well. He doesn't adjust how he talks to make other people feel better. He doesn't shrink himself to make someone else feel better. He now has a reason for every second of his day. Every step has been planned. Just like the law, every boundary is enforced. He is not rude. He is exact. The man who used to adore with open arms now walks like a soldier. Concentrated. Not changed. People comment, wow, he's not like the others. He turned into what you were worried he would. He doesn't want to feel emotionally fulfilled. But a man made of flames. 8. He doesn't want revenge, he becomes it. The Sigma male doesn't do little things. He doesn't post images of himself appearing thirsty or showing off his rebounds. He doesn't want to hurt her. He wants to get ahead of her. He gets so focused and so far ahead that she doesn't matter. Not hated. Not important. It shouldn't make her mad that he looks better. It is supposed to help him get back on track. She doesn't do anything wrong. She is not with them. He is bringing out books while she works on his profile. He writes about the future while she thinks about the past. She taught him that love may be hazardous. So now he has armor. Strategic. Not going to change. Final thoughts. Welcome to the other side. If you're still watching this, there's a good probability you've been there. You know that moment when someone broke your heart by throwing it away like a penny? And you didn't stop. You got better. You stopped asking for things. You began to build. And now? You move differently. You don't yell about your anguish. You send it. You don't tell everyone how you've changed. You become it. If this is you, if you've transformed sadness into a quiet firestorm that helps you grow, write, "Not broken," in the comments. Tell everyone you didn't give up. You set your clock again. Sign up now if you're ready to live by a new set of rules. This one doesn't depend on how loud and desperate you are. It depends on how alone, powerful, and quiet you are. Not because I instructed you to, but you know it in your heart. This isn't just another video. It's a guide for guys who don't walk like everyone else. We don't go after things. We don't ask for things. We don't break. We change. See you in the next one, man. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel.